Hello and welcome. Our top focus is the non-stop coverage of the ghastly attack on innocent people in Pahalgam. People who just wanted to celebrate their lives with their loved ones. Our hearts are heavy with grief as we report on the devastating terror attack in Pahalgam. At least 26 innocent lives, they were lost, including tourists and locals, and many more were injured. The attack claimed by Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Toiba's affiliate TRF, the Resistance Front, it has sent shockwaves across the nation. We stand in solidarity with the families of the victims and pray for the speedy recovery of those who have been injured. The Defence Minister, Rajnath Singh's words echo the nation's sentiment. He said that India will not only hunt down the attackers, the people who fired the guns, but people who orchestrated this sitting behind the parda. The Union Home Minister, he was on ground taking stock of the situation. He met with the injured at the hospital. He in fact spoke to the distraught family members. He is now back in Delhi. The Prime Minister, meanwhile, he'll be holding a Cabinet Committee on Security meeting, the CCS meeting. The meeting is going to start in just a short while from now. These attacks are clearly meant to create communal divide and stop the rest of India to visit Jammu and Kashmir. This is also an attempt to restore situations that were before the abrogation of Article 370 in 2019, so that Kashmiris fall prey to the ISI's design. Now, as security is heightened across the country, we all urge everyone to remain vigilant and united in this hour of grief. May the victims rest in peace and may their families find strength in this difficult time. In fact, let's also listen in to what the Defence Minister had to say.
भारत का एक एक नागरिक इस कायरतापूर्ण हरकत के खिलाफ एकजुट है। मैं इस मंच से देशवासियों को आश्वस्त करता हूं, घटना के मद्देनजर भारत सरकार वो हर कदम उठाएगी जो जरूरी और उपयुक्त होगा। और हम सिर्फ उन लोगों तक नहीं पहुंचेंगे जिन्होंने इस घटना को अंजाम दिया है, हम उन तक भी पहुंचेंगे जिन्होंने पर्दे के पीछे बैठकर हिंदुस्तान की सरजमी पर ऐसी नापाक हरकतों की साजिशें रची हैं।
And my colleague Nazir Masoodi joins us to get us more from the ground. Nazir, what exactly is the situation on the ground at the moment? And more importantly, the response of the locals and the politicians who have come together to condemn this attack, it is really heartening to see.
Well, there's outpouring of anger, and people are showing that anger. They hit the streets and strongly condemn this incident. This is for the first time in last 35 years of militancy in Kashmir that there's a shutdown against militants and this terror attack, in which 26 people, among them a local hero, a brave heart, Sayyid Adil, who tried to save tourists and even fought with terrorists, he was killed. And Chief Minister and the local legislators and others, they paid homage to him, attended his last rites, Namaz Janaza, just a while back in a village behind me called Hapatnar here in Pahalgam. So there are chilling details about how this horrific attack has happened, this massacre has taken place, which has shaken everybody. Chief Minister Umar Abdullah has called an all-party meeting tomorrow at 3 p.m. to discuss the security situation in Jammu and Kashmir after this horrific attack and how this is collectively condemned. We saw this is first time there is a complete shutdown across Jammu and Kashmir. From mosques, there were appeals to people come out and protest, and since yesterday we have been seeing candlelight vigil. We have been seeing spontaneous protests against terrorism, against violence, and against all these innocent killings. A while back, I was here, and a vehicle stopped, and there were tourists from Maharashtra, Mumbai. Two young girls came out, and they said they are leaving Pahalgam, because Pahalgam is now a ghost town. It is deserted because tourists have left. But we are not leaving Kashmir. We are going to Gulmarg. The way people treat us, the people give us the love and affection, that should not be forgotten and that should not be ignored. Terrorism is one thing, but the love and affection of locals is a different thing. So the locals are against the terror, locals are against the violence, while 26 people are the victims, which is a huge loss. But the real target is Kashmir, Kashmir's identity, Kashmir's economy. Now the response is going to be much bigger because terrorists wanted to send an impact, make an impact beyond Pahalgam and beyond Kashmir. So Cabinet Committee on Security is being chaired by Prime Minister today, and the decision would be taken. We know what happened after Pulwama attack, and this attack is worse than Pulwama. And Defense Minister has already made it clear that the response would be such that the perpetrators would remember that. So same is the sentiment on the ground, that Kashmir cannot be made a battleground and it cannot be allowed to be dehumanized like this. Since yesterday we have been seeing people coming out on protests, and this complete shutdown. And why it has happened on a day when US Vice President is in India. And remember in 2000 when then US President Bill Clinton was in India, that time 35 Sikhs were massacred in the same district at a place called Chatti Singhpora. So whenever there has been some high probability visit, there has been attempt to create disturbance in the valley. As I said, it is being. Now we have to see what security forces are doing. Number one, they have laid a major cordon search operation in that area, but it's not easy to track down these attackers who appear to be well trained in jungle warfare, because Baisaran Valley, Baisaran Meadow, which it is between two, hills or two forest areas, and it appears that they have disappeared in those thick alpine forests, and which has happened most of the times whenever there have been attacks on army in Poonch, Rajouri or in Kutwa, we have seen militants manage to escape. So it needs a well-calibrated strategy to deal with this, but the important is how to deal with those who have been planning and masterminding these attacks in the valley and disturbing peace. People are really angry, and hoteliers have even announced that there would be 15-day free accommodation for the tourists here in Pahalgam. Even Poniwalas who have lost one of their brave hearts, Saeed Adil, in this terror attack, they're saying they can provide free services. So there's absolute anger and protest against this attack in Kashmir Valley, and we know that it is something which is going to redefine the security strategy. After that, government it's expected that they will see where the loopholes. If there was a intelligence input, very strong intelligence input, police and the security force were laying cordons at multiple places because they had intelligence input. There would be some major attack. Why tourists were allowed to go to Baisaran? Why there was not a proper advisory at that time, so that this huge tragedy could have been averted.
Absolutely. Nazir, thank you very much for getting us all the details from Pahalgam. Meanwhile, I also have Anuj Rayate joining us from the Mumbai airport. Anuj, take us through what you're seeing at the moment, what is going on at the airport right now.
As far as Maharashtra is concerned, there were many visitors, many tourists from Maharashtra who were in Pahalgam when this entire attack happened. And sadly, amongst them, 6 have died, and most of them are from the Mumbai region, right? 3 are from Dombivli, 1 is from Panvel, and a couple others are from Pune. As far as Mumbai is concerned, there were 4 flights carrying 8 deceased people coming to Mumbai, out of which 6 are Maharashtra residents, 2 are the non-Maharashtra residents. And just an hour back, we saw that the first flight, it came back from this road, and it brought back Sanjay Lele and Dilip Desley's mortal remains. And now, just a while back, we saw that the second flight carrying the mortal remain of Hemant Joshi and Atul Mone is also come. In fact, you can see on your screen the car with the mortal remain is been taken away. The car, this is not the vehicle which is carrying the mortal remains, but they are clearing the way out so that they can make sure that the ambulance can move swiftly. Also, because there are several ministers present. There are multiple ministers present inside to make sure that the coordination between the families, the authorities goes on very smoothly. We've seen that there are, 3 ministers each from the Bharatiya Janata Party and from Shiv Sena, Shinde's section, who are here and who will not just be present here at the airport, but will also try and make sure that they travel with the family either to Dombivli or to Panvel and make sure that the final rites are taken care of fully. While this is happening on one hand, on the other hand, we've seen that the political war of words has started. The opposition has tried to, round up the government. We had Sanjay Raut speak in the morning about how it is a complete failure of the state that, that such an attack was possible. But we've also had voices from the other opposition leaders like Supriya Sure talking about how one needs to put forth a united face at this moment. But from what you can see on your screen now, the area has been cleared off just to make sure that the second vehicle, which will be carrying 3 mortal remains of the Dombivli residents, will be leaving this airport soon.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm also currently joined by my colleague Tanushri Desai from Indore. Tanushri, take us through what's going on at the airport at the moment. What is the mood like of the people there?
So currently, I'm present at Indore Airport's VIP exit gate. Now, how you can see in the images, a lot of vehicles are present over here. CM Mohan Yadav will be arriving soon here also, and also the mortal remains of Sushil, who was murdered in the terror attack, would be brought from this gate only very soon. At any moment, his mortal remains would be here, and the mortal remains would be shifted to the stage. It has been made for to provide the last tribute to the mortal remains of Sushil, and the CM will be also arriving soon. According to the information that we received, the mortal remains has been out from Jammu and Kashmir and will soon come to Indore. Also, in the incident, actually, Sushil went with his family to celebrate his wife's birthday, and his daughter was also with them. The daughter is also severely injured, and her treatment is happening right now in the hospitals. Even though the family is not present in Indore, the family, every single family member is in Jammu and Kashmir, and they will be coming from with the mortal remains of Sushil. So currently, I am at Indore Airport, and the CM will be also arriving soon. Police is over here. The ambulance has been planted outside the airport, and as soon as the body comes over here, the body would be placed over here to pay last tributes for the mortal remains of Sushil.
All right. It is indeed a very painful moment for all the family members who are waiting for the mortal remains of their loved ones back in their city. Nazir, Masoodi and Tanushri, along with Anuj Rayate, thank you very much for getting us all the latest.